Margaret Atwood once said procrastination feels like stepping into a freezing lake. You dip your foot in too cold. Pull it out. Try again. Am I really going to do this? Yes. No. Maybe. And then, finally, you just run in screaming. That's how one of the world's most celebrated writers, author of The Handmaid's Tale, describes her process. She jokes that she's a world-class procrastinator, but also insists she's never missed a deadline. I'd consider it dishonorable, she says. So how does someone who can't resist watching Captain Underpants on airplanes still deliver masterpieces on time? Psychologist Fuchsia Sirois says the secret lies in understanding procrastination not as laziness, but as emotional regulation. It's not about avoiding work, it's about avoiding feelings. Fear of failure, doubt, anxiety. When we put off a task, we're really soothing ourselves. I don't have to face that yet. But of course, that comfort is short-lived. Chronic procrastinators end up more stressed, sleep-deprived, and anxious, often putting off even the help they need. They meta-procrastinate, Sirois says with a laugh. The first step to breaking the cycle? Self-compassion. Research shows that forgiving yourself for past procrastination actually reduces it in the future. Beating yourself up only fuels the negative emotions you're trying to escape. Atwood has her own clever fix, 2 selves. Margaret writes. Peggy does the laundry. When she needs to focus, Peggy turns off Twitter and keeps Margaret on task. Psychologists might call this the want self versus the should self, the emotional side craving comfort versus the rational side planning for the long run. The trick is to let your should self plan ahead while your want self can interfere, by removing temptation altogether. And sometimes, less time is the best motivator. Dutch author Rutger Bregman argues that shorter work weeks can actually boost productivity. When you have fewer hours, you waste less. Parkinson's law says work expands to fill the time available, so give yourself less time and you may procrastinate less. One New Zealand company put this to the test, giving employees 4-day weeks. Productivity soared, screen time plummeted, and one worker laughed. If I had a 5th day, I'd probably just procrastinate. In the end, Atwood says the task you put off isn't always the one you hate sometimes. It's the one you fear most. And that's the one worth diving into. Because the water only feels cold until you jump in.